What's up? Been a minute since we kicked it. Yeah. Can you hear the rain outside? Alright, yo. So, hola chicas. ¿Qué tal? Um, there's a lot on my mind. I was supposed to have been bring this to you, but I didn't. And now we're here. But today I did the dumbest shit ever. Like, it's so dumb, I'm not even gonna tell y'all. Cause I can't afford any more embarrassment. Like, it was just so dumb, and I'm just trying to figure out, like, all right. So, worst case scenario is really not the end of the world. It's just that, like, why did I do that? That was the dumbest shit. Like, it's that, and I think that's what's really like plaguing me, because it's like, this is all my fault. Like, this is nobody's fault but my own. And I'm smarter than this. Like, I'm way like what? Like the thing is, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world. Like, I take pride in that fact. Because I feel like it takes a little bit of the pressure off too. But I know I'm not the dumbest neither. Like, I know I'm at least above average. At least. And this was some like below average shit that I did today. And it just don't even make sense how I got that. So I'm just really like flabbergasted and disappointed in myself. And just like there's just like a whole bunch of feelings that I really don't know what to do with. As the situation was unfolding, I wasn't thinking like, yo, I'm that nigga. Like, of course, this is what's happening. Like, it's just gonna be great because I'm great. Like, I wasn't even thinking that. So it's really even more perplexing as to why I did what I did. Because it's just like, where was the thought? Like, there was none. There was none, and that's the scary part. That's the scary part. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Because, like, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. And that's why I'm scared. I'm trying to figure out how to integrate all of this and what happened today and like what that's bringing up for me. Because lately I've been revisiting the idea of manifestation and like how it is that you create your reality with your thoughts and like what you believe, right? And I feel like, I feel like I don't know if it's like a spiritual, I don't think it's a spiritual ego. I feel like it's something else, but like coming into spirituality, you kind of lean on it as a crutch. And the whole like big point of it is that like you are the power. Like, it's from you. So like whatever you say goes. So you have to decide. But spirituality as a tool can help you form these decisions, right? And I feel like I got myself to a point where I was looking towards spirituality to make these decisions for me and thusly relinquishing my power, right? And I'm like, fuck. Now I done ingrained these belief systems in so deeply that like, oh, something outside of me is going to have the answers, going to tell me what to do, is going to like pave the way or whatever, right? And now that I'm coming back to the realization that I'm the one that's going to pave the way, I have the answers, I'm like, I really got to lock in. Like, I can't really like think no shit that don't support me. But it's like with that, I'm noticing how much shit I think that doesn't support me, right? Another thing too is like spirituality as a like as a practice in terms of like the community and like other practitioners and stuff like that. I feel like it can get a little toxic because you have one person telling you, oh, 111 means this. So when you see it, that's what it means. And it's just like, if I say yes and I subscribe to that, then yes, that is what it means. So they aren't lying, but it's just like, I have to remember I don't have to subscribe to that, right? But then like spirituality in like the sense of like shit that happens to me and I'm interpreting it through a spiritual lens, I feel like not having that crush of somebody else determining it for me is like the scary part. Cause like there are certain things that have happened to me and there's no other explanation other than something supernatural, other than something spiritual, right? And logically speaking, because you can't be logical, but you logical because it happened, right? Like logically speaking, I should just follow that guidance, that nudge, that intuition, that feeling, right? Because I know it to be true. And like, if I'm being honest, if these things that I know to be true aren't true, I need to kill myself. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not even like trying to be funny. And I'm not really like, you don't got to get the grippy socks people on me. Like, I'm not feeling that way. I'm not feeling Sean Kingston, all right? Like I'm just saying like if it turns out that in fact all these things that I had experienced are not real and I made them up and they don't mean anything. They don't mean what they don't, not that they don't mean anything. They don't mean what I think they mean. What now, bitch? Like there's not like I like how do I how do I how do I move forward? Because this has been my like my lighthouse. This has been my guiding system. This has been how I navigate the world, right? And I feel like I mentioned this before. I feel like 2023 really like shook that up for me and made me doubt my foundation. And that's probably what I'm still struggling with. 11/11 as I said that. See, it's like then shit like that happens. It's like that's a clear ass sign, but it's just like, am I like I just don't know why I feel like I might not be interpreting the signs correctly. And especially like I feel like I've low key been doing good. Like I low key been doing good, but I feel like today just really threw me off. I feel like lately I've been real good at being at watching my thoughts and noticing them and not so much attaching to them or not even maybe sometimes I do attach, but it's like I'm noticing that I do attach and I feel like that's step one. You feel me? Like so I'm feeling like I'm proud of myself. I'm doing good and I just feel like today threw me the fuck off. Like, why did I do that? Like, in the moment, in the moment, it didn't seem dumb. And that's the scary part. Cause I feel like other times I'll do some dumb shit and like, in hindsight, I'll be like, bitch, you knew that was dumb. Like, you had that feeling, that thing happened, you seen that sign, that like, and you ignored it. But I feel like I didn't ignore anything today. But it was so dumb. I feel like I don't know, like it's just like it was so fucking stupid, bro. Like, why did I do that? Like, oh my god. I don't know. Now I feel like I'm tasked with the chore to decide how I want this to play out, and obviously, you see, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out, low key. I'm not seem chill, but I'm freaking out because it was just so dumb and only bad negative outcomes are popping into my mind because like obviously like niggas really spiral into positivity, but I feel like that's been the lesson, like catching myself spiraling into negativity and redirecting the thoughts. And I feel like I've been doing a good job, but like today I just feel like I've turned it up to a level 100. Cause why did I do that dumb shit? Like, oh my god, that was the stupidest thing I've ever fucking did, yo. Like, oh my god. Cause I'm thinking about past dumb shit I've done, and I'm like, I know I did that shit. I was feeling this way. I was feeling that way. I was bored. I was feeling rebellious. I was lacking, feeling like I was in control. Like I could tell you why I've done other dumb shit. This one though, I really can't tell you, yo. I really couldn't. And that's fucking crazy to me. Because why would I do that? And that's where I'm like, maybe because it was a good thing. Or maybe I'm an idiot. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's best case scenario and I'm up. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise. I don't know. If this was a blessing in disguise, I don't like these type of miracles, baby. I need a different font. I need a different genre. Because this is too nerve-wracking. I don't think my self-concept is high enough for me to handle this type of miracle. Because if it's a miracle, that's crazy. That's crazy. Don't do that. I don't like that. Like, no, please. Oh my God. I had went to a dance class taught by Pretty Boy, aka Logan, aka Michaela. And I feel like it reawakened my relationship with pain. I feel like when I was younger, I was really numb. It was really prevalent how numb I was when I became less numb, obviously. But like, I feel like I was really numb when I was younger and I didn't feel much. Or not that I didn't feel much, because like, I feel like I did, but it's like I didn't allow myself to feel a lot of things, or I suppressed a lot of things, and that manifested in different ways. Because like even one thing I always say is like, when I feel like when I first started getting tattooed, tattoos did not hurt. Like I was like, oh, this shit calm, like this like work. Now, granted, certain areas hurt more than others, but like now when I'm getting small tattoos, I'm like, oh my god, this hurts. Ow, like. Dang, I notice I cry for movies way more. Fucking TikToks be making me cry. Like I'm always like, oh my god, it's so cute. Like I'm just way more sensitive, way more emotional. And I feel like that class, I don't even want to say reawakened, but it shed some light with my relationship with pain, right? It was mostly floor work, like heels, sensual type of dance. We really didn't do like we didn't like do any pole tricks for real. But some of the moves were painful. And Michaela said, like, there was a moment in class where this one girl was like, yo, how do you do that shit so it don't hurt? And I'm like, facts, because this shit burning and you sitting pretty. Like, what's tea? And she was like, this it's just gonna hurt. Like, all of this shit hurt. Like, it's just gonna hurt. Like, now what? And I'm just like, damn, all right. Shit, that clicked in my head, and I was just like, damn, maybe things just do hurt sometimes. And it's just how we deal with the hurt, how we react to it, that really matters. It's not that, like, I feel like, again, coming into spirituality, it painted a picture of like rainbows and orgasms. Like, it's just gonna be so jolly every day, all day. And that couldn't be farther from the truth. And I don't know, that really just stuck with me. It really just changed how I approach the class too. Because I feel like I didn't let the pain hold me back. Like, oh, maybe I'm doing this wrong or da da da. I acknowledged it and kept it pushing. And I was able to produce something that I was actually proud of. Like, I actually felt like I came to class and I showed up. And I did the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, and that was me stiff, bitch. I couldn't even motherfucking bust a split core on noodles. Like, my abs, weak. So I'm like, yo, if I really put in time, effort, I could really, make some shape. Like a butt cheek or something. Let me stop. All right, but it just made me become like a lot more cognizant of how pain is just gonna be a part of life, a part of creating. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I ran from pain in the sense of like, well, when I was younger, like when I say I ran from pain, I just ignored it, right? Like, didn't happen. What are you talking about? That doesn't hurt. Now, getting more in tune with my body and my senses, I feel like I kind of avoided pain. So I didn't do things that were painful because who the fuck wants to be in pain? But I don't know, it just really kind of had me thinking like, nah, pain is really just part of this shit. You feel me? It's just gotta be what it is. And the thing is too though, like I know part of me likes pain. So it's just like I don't there's something there that I'm not really like too aware of. Because like I said, I know there's a part of me that likes pain. Like I have all these piercings, I have all these tattoos. I like being spanked. I like being pinched. I don't really like being tickled, but is that painful? Mm, it's not that I don't like being tickled. I don't like when I say stop and motherfuckers don't stop, because then that's a whole nother thing. It's you just gonna piss me off. Hold on, because let me not piss myself off. I don't even get tickled. Like I hate when I do that. I be just getting so into it. Then we just scratched the surface and we 20 minutes into this bitch. I'm lit. Yo, let me like. I'm right here. This is the beginning of my notes. I'm right here. We got all of this to cover, yo. Wow. If you if you about to cover all of this with me, you about to really get into it with me, bitch. If you not subscribed, I don't know what the fuck you doing, bitch. It's free. Help a nigga out. No, but for real though, too, like help a nigga out. Fucking comment something, nigga. Talk to me. So there's a weird. I have a weird relationship with rest, and as a manifester, in terms of my human design, rest is like a really big part of, I guess, our lifestyle. I don't know how the fuck what the fuck you call this shit, but like rest is just a really big part of it. Like it's like big burst of energy, produce, and it rests. And the big burst of energy produce, and it's just like in society, like that's just really not sustainable. Like you're supposed to produce every fucking day, type shit. And obviously, I have programming that says like rest is like I'm lazy, I'm blah 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 blah, right? So like I really have a weird relationship with rest, and I feel like I don't know. I was trying to read. I don't know. I just feel like I haven't really kicked the door down in terms of that one because I haven't been MIA on this platform, but I just feel like I haven't been as consistent as I was taught I should be, and I feel like I be feeling guilty about that. But then again, like I said, I don't want to do anything out of desperation. Like desperate just does not look good on me, and I hate how it feels too. Like it don't even be feeling good neither. And I just feel like I need to become comfortable with it being a part of my process. But I feel like living in a capitalistic society, and I'm just so used to work equal money, and like unless I'm working, I'm not gonna have money, and I'm like, I know that's not true. Like I know there's motherfuckers that are making money in their sleep, and what's the words, and I can't what's the phrase? Fucking passive income. All them things are very much real and very much a possibility for me, but like obviously I have a lot of programming that says otherwise. So is it's proven to be a little bit difficult implementing rest into my process without feeling guilty about it, and resting in a way that's actually productive and actually feels restful, because I feel like I be like, okay, like my body's telling me to rest, and then like I just don't allow myself to fully rest. And because I don't allow myself to fully rest, I end up needing more time to rest. And then because more time has passed, and then my little caveman brain, time is like, time is money, time is money. I'm like, yo, son, you should have been able to take a quick 25. Here you are a century later. You feel me? Like, so I just feel like I need to become more comfortable with it being a part of my process. I really don't know why I wrote that down. But the class was great. I don't know how to circle that. I don't know why that was first or how what my thought process was a bit, but the class was great. Beginning of the class, it was actually two lessons. Beginning of the first lesson, we had to set a word for our class. We had to set an intention. My word was sure. Like how do you want to feel? Like that was the question. How do you want to feel during this class? And the word I chose was sure. Sexy came to mind. That's easy for me. Not to toot my own horn, not aside, but sexy came to mind, and I feel like that's not really a challenge, if I'm being honest. Um, Confident also came to mind, and I feel like it is a challenge, but I feel like confidence is a byproduct of other things. And when I thought about that, I thought about like if I was sure about myself, I could easily be confident. And I feel like a person that is sure is also confident. So I feel like confident would be the byproduct of being sure. And that's why I chose the word sure. And there's also just like a sense of like calmness and serenity that is related to people that are sure about themselves. Like it doesn't seem frantic. It doesn't seem pressured. It doesn't seem rushed. It seems sure. And I really was like, yes, this is, I want to feel sure. I want to feel confident. And I think that even goes back to like the lesson in today of me doing that dumb shit. Cause like, if I was sure in my power and sure in my manifestation ability, sure in my spirituality, I feel like I would be able to easily be like, what I did today wasn't dumb. It's gonna work out to be the best, that it, best scenario, best case scenario. Like, whoop de woo, let's just move on. But I'm just not sure. Yeah, but I feel like in class, because I set that intention, she also like because I set that intention, that's what happened, and she also like created a space to allow that to happen. I mean, she literally was just saying like, don't focus on that. Don't focus on the destination. So the destination is like being sure, right? Don't focus on the destination. Just allow your body to get you there. Just trust that your body will bring you there. Like whatever needs to happen in this moment is gonna bring you to the next moment, to the next moment, to the next moment, and then sure enough, no pun intended, you'll be, where you intended to be, right? And the whole thing was about intentionality. And I was just like, yo, this bitch is cooking. I see why they pay you the big bucks, yo. Like, that's crazy. I want to be sure. And again, there's nothing to like, it's just like, there's just like a level of safety and security and being sure that I really, really crave. Um, and kind of like relating back to what I said earlier, when I done dumb shit in the past, I feel like it was a way of me creating a sense of security. Like I knew what I was getting myself into. Like I knew the outcome. I was sure about it. So that's why I did that dumb shit today. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like somebody took over my body. That was not me. Anyway, yeah, she's cooking. She was cooking. That class was so fucking good. Like I I felt so good leaving that class. And class, her teaching style reminded me of why I fell in love with yoga in the first place. Because, like I said, well, not like I said, but the setting an intention at the beginning of the class, my favorite yoga instructors that I've had did that. And I've noticed that, like, the classes that I've had where I've set an intention, set a vibe, set a mood, set a goal for the class have been some of the best classes. Like I felt so in tune, so in touch with my body, so like present and grounded. And I'm just like, yes, these bitches know what they doing. This is an instructor, nigga. Like the fuck, like yes. Like and she also had like a really like similar to yoga. Well, we did do like a flow at the beginning, but I don't think it was like yoga poses. I don't know, maybe. She wasn't saying like Shavasana and shit like that. I mean, we did hit a couple child's poses. Anyway, I'm getting off track. She had a very intentional approach to breath work and reminded me of like the first yoga class that instructor connected breath work to movement for me, and I was able to really be conscious of flowing the breath through my body and into certain places and just really working with movement and breath work together for real in a way that felt not to beat a dead horse but like intentional, like in a way that felt like conscious, like I'm doing this to get this result, not in hopes or not just to get through it, you know what I'm saying, just like this is what's gonna happen, bitch, this is what we doing. Yeah, I felt really connected to my body. There was a moment during the stretching where I almost cried, but I was just like, bitch, stop. Like why you always be trying to cry? Like don't be weird. Like just stretch like everybody else. Like but I will say I definitely did ask prior to class, like I never had a stretch that made me cry. Like I never released trauma from my body through stretching, and like it was so releasing that I cried. So that might have been that, and I was just like, all right, chill, don't be weird, because like I feel like I'm always one crying in front of strangers and two crying in front of Michaela. Like I feel like almost every time I'm around Shorty, I'm either crying, about to cry, just cry. Like I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad at it, but it's just like I don't know. I'm still working on just being present in my body and just accepting. So probably should just let myself cry, but hey, I'm not all the way healed yet. Like damn. But all in all, I feel like the class really connected me to my body again and made me fall in love with my body. I mean, I really wasn't out of love with my body, but I guess fall deeper in love with my body and just remember what it's fucking capable of. Like I'm just like I feel like I limited myself based on like what society wants or what society expects from you or what I thought society expected from me. Because honestly, when I say like society, there's just so many. Like I feel like everything is connected. It's just so hard to talk about one thing without like also talking about something else because it's like everything's connected. But like, the other day I had a dream, right? And it was really weird because it was a dream that took place in my childhood, but they were characters from my adulthood. I was aware of like the split consciousness. Like I was aware of my dream consciousness and my real world, like waking consciousness. This, like, this exact reality was also present in the dream. Like, basically, I felt like I was trying, like, the dream was symbolic of me trying to merge timelines and really heal my inner child with the knowledge that I learned as an adult and go back and heal my inner child, right? Like, that's the conclusion I came to about that dream. And I feel like as a child, and it might just be because I was an only child, so I was often the only child in a room of adults, so I'm hyper aware and was always kind of like, okay, adults are not more so expecting this from me, but like if I do these things, they will give me this result, and this result is safe, and I know how to move. Like, you ever seen that clip of Stewie from Family Guy, and they like, oh, how old do you think Daddy is? He goes 42. Oh, I mean, Daddy is 7. He's so old, and it's like that is my whole childhood. Like, I wanted to say 42 so bad. Like, nigga, I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, y'all not, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, no, be a child, stay in a child's place. And I feel like that mentality really, just boxed me in. It really just hit away parts of me that I feel like if I nurtured, my life would look way different. It will look like what I'm aspiring to. But you live and you learn. So it's just like, yeah, that class just really reminded me of like who the fuck I am for real. Like, bitch. Like I said, this was you and you couldn't even bust a split. Imagine when you really get into it. Imagine when you really get consistent with it. But like, I don't know why I took a break. I don't know why I haven't been to a class since. It's been almost a month. It's coming up on a month. Like 3 weeks since that class. So I'm just like kind of beating myself up, but like I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I feel like that class really like allowed me the space to unmask, and that was cool. That was fun. I love that. I feel like she really presented a space for me to fully show up authentically and like just fully like I wasn't afraid to do any movement. You know what I'm saying? But they were very large feelings. Like I said, like I'm 5 minutes into the class, I'm almost about to start crying. But like it was just a lot of large feelings. A lot of it was excitement also because I felt like this was for like the first time in a really long time. I feel like my life was looking like how I imagined it in my head. Like how I saw myself in my head is what I saw in the mirror, is what was being produced, and it was exciting. I was around like-minded individuals, and like I'm always like, oh, I want to find my tribe, I want to find my people, and like, bitch, I was doing it, I was doing it, I was doing it. Um, and I noticed myself like having to regulate my nervous system, and like very very often, like I would find myself shaking, like, and I'm just like, damn, bitch, look at you stimming in public. Like, but it didn't even feel bad. I didn't even feel like, oh my god, people are watching. Like, I just felt good. Like, I really felt like, damn, like I could stim in public and not even feel like weird about it. And like, I don't know, I just really appreciated the space that was curated. But like I said, I feel like she always just curates really great spaces, so I'm not even surprised. And like I said, it did reawaken my relationship with pain. And like I said, I know part of me likes pain. Like, I know it. So for me to run from it and claim to be a creative, damn, we all over the place. But like, yo, just bear with me, because it's like I feel like to be a creative, you don't always have to create from a place of pain, but that is a very real place to create from. And I feel like for so often, I don't want to say all I had in my life was pain, but like the the big emotions were pain based, and I wasn't allowing myself to feel that. And because I wasn't allowing myself to feel that, when I would go to create, I would feel like I had nothing to create. And I feel like I'm still kind of battling that, because I'd be feeling like when I be forcing myself to write a song, I feel like I don't have anything to talk about. I don't feel like I have a story to tell. And I feel like that's why I struggle so much with songwriting, because I'm just like, yeah, I can make shit rhyme. Like I could put a fucking pattern together, or maybe even a metaphor, but it's like, about what? Yeah, lyrics are the least important, but I feel like I can't even use the lyrics to find a cadence, to find a melody, because there's no substance really behind it. And that's why I'm struggling. But like I said, I have been writing more poetry, and the poetry usually be some sad shit. And I feel like that's where that disconnect with calling myself a poet was, because I wanted to make music, and I feel like I wasn't allowing myself to be a poet. Because like when I write the poetry, it don't even be sad shit, but it really be like emotional shit. And I don't be translating. I don't be using what am I trying to say? That doesn't come through in my songwriting. You feel me? Okay, so the next day, I was sore all over. Sore in places that I wasn't even cognizant was being impacted, but it was just a manifestation. It was just proof that what I did was real. It was just proof of what my body could do. And like I said, I know I like pain, because even like when I used to go to the gym a lot, I used to love being sore the next day. Like I love when my body is sore. Like it just feels like I said, like proof that what I did, it was real. Proof that the hard work, the sweat, the whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what that means. Like why I just be needing proof so much, but I like it. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, and another thing, I feel like I mentioned this before. I feel like dancing is I don't know, like my easy. I don't want to say easiest, because like I'm rusty. Like ugh. Like I said, I feel like I did a good job, but I ain't do the best. Like I didn't do what I know I could do. You feel me? So I don't want to say it's the easiest, but like I feel like I'm a little bit more comfortable in it, especially like if it comes to like freestyling. Like if you just say, yo, just dance, I feel like I could do that. Yo, just make up a poem, just rap. It get a little sticky. I feel like I'd be a little bit more in my head. But learning choreography, I feel like that's where I was getting in my head. And I noticed how often I would be thinking, and same thing when it's freestyling. Same thing like with freestyling. If I think, I lose the beat. I run out of time. Like as soon as thinking happens, I spent the time where I should have been hitting the beat, thinking the beat passed. Now I'm still thinking about the beat that was coming up, but then now passed. And by the time I come up with something, the beat is long gone. So it's like, I was really cognizant of how often thoughts come into my mind and like cloud my judgment. And when I just let that go, she was just like, yo, just move then. Like, if you can't remember to move, do something else, nigga. Psh, clicked everything. And I was just like, damn, son. As soon as she said that, now all of a sudden my dance looked mad good. I'm like, yo, I really just be overthinking shit way too much. Like, like that class awakened so much. And it's like, I be like, I don't want to dick ride, but like, damn, shorty, like, you really be doing that. Like, I mean, maybe I do want to dick ride. What's wrong with it? Cause like, give you your flowers. Like I feel like I said, every time I'm in her space, like massive amounts of healing take place. Bars, you know it's true when it rhyme. But like, I gotta remind myself, like, I do not know you. I do not know shorty. Cause like in my head, I know her, and that's the thing with like parasocial relationships, and like with social media is so weird, because I understand why I feel like I know her, because there's like things that happen in her life Cause I be watching her videos that like I could recall and like, oh yeah, that was around September. Like, girl, you don't know this person, and because I feel that way in my head, I be thinking like, oh, we besties. I could go touch her. You don't know this person. She don't know you. Why would you go and try to lick her? Like, relax, psycho. Like, that's all I be having to remind myself. Like, chill, bro. Chill. You do not know, shorty. Like, why would you do that? But you know, I just feel like she's so cool. I was I feel like I was really in my masculine energy, and that's why my relationship with like pain and my emotions and all of that is like weird. And I noticed just how uncomfortable I am in my feminine energy and just letting things flow into my life, and just flowing and being more receptive and being more open. But I know that just moving my body in these ways and things is opening me up to that energy, opening me up to that receiving mode. And I'm really thankful for that realization. But I feel like there's other shit too that I gotta like unpack because like why has it been 3 weeks since I've taken any type of class? Like there's like I found a double dutch class because I don't know how well I fake knew how to double dutch in like middle school, but like I was never really nice at it. And I want to be nice at that. Like I want to be giving Kiki Palmer Corbin Blue jump in. You feel me? Like I want to be giving that. Found a double dutch class, stumbled upon that, and it's just like cause I asked for it. Duh, haven't went. Found a roller skating class. Stumbled upon that. Haven't went. Found a pole class and a burlesque class. Stumbled upon that. Still haven't went. And I know there's like some money trauma because like obviously these classes aren't free. And like if you go outside, you don't spend $300. Like outside costs $1 million a day. So I know there's some money trauma and like just being more receptive and being more like okay to spend my money. And y'all know how I feel about my job, bro. Like, y'all know how I feel about my job. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But like back to the opening and just like deciding about what I want in my reality and what is true in my reality. I feel like there's just a level of sureness. Just to bring it back, just to circle back, just so you feel me? There's just like a level of sureness that um you have to have when deciding on the rules of your reality. And I feel like one, I feel like I've been saying this for the longest, but like just shifting from not caring what other people think and to only valuing your opinion is like number one, right? But then I have to sit back and be like, okay, but then what is my opinion? Because all the things that I don't like say all the things that I don't like have been influenced from something. Like there are some things that maybe innately like I just don't like or whatever. Cause like I'm thinking like pastel colors. Never really been a fan of them. Now that I'm thinking about them, never really been a fan of them. But things like showing up authentically and speaking my truth. I don't want to say I didn't like, but like I used to want to be like, oh, I'm low key and mysterious. Like, nah, bitch, you be chatting. You be chatting. You're not low key mysterious, nothing. You love talking. You love telling people about yourself. But you got shamed at one point in your life and you thought it would be safer to be mysterious. You thought it'd be safer to not let people in. You thought it'd be safer to shy away from community. So it's just like I have to go through what I like and dislike and really figure out like, is that really me? Like, did I decide that that's not popping? Or did somebody else tell me that and I didn't like how I felt when they told me that because I put too much value on what they think about me instead of what I think about me? Because there's like a whole bunch of things like even like dressing and fashion. I feel like there's other factors, but like I feel like I low key like started fitting into the status quo a little bit more because one person said, "Oh, bitch, why you wearing them socks?" And now all of a sudden I don't like wearing crazy socks, and it's like, but you always liked wearing crazy socks, so why would you stop wearing crazy socks? Because one bitch told you that they don't like your socks. Fuck that bitch. You like socks. You feel me? So it's just like just really figuring out what the fuck I like for real, and not factoring in other people. It's like, I mean, that's what I gotta do, but it's just like, you feel me? And like at the same time though, if I'm gonna decenter other people's opinions, that means decentering their opinions. Full stop. You feel me? Like I feel like if I'm not gonna take people, oh, I don't like that, that'll change that, don't do this, oh, I prefer this. I can't take, oh, I love that, keep doing this. That I can't take the praise and let it go to the dome because like it's the same thing. I need to be doing things for me. Like I need to do things and be like, oh yeah, I think this is cool. And if you think it's cool too, that's cool, but I didn't do it for you. And I feel like I've always been doing shit for the validation of others in some way, some form. Like, if it's like, I intentionally do this because I know you gotta like it, or I intentionally don't do this because I know you will prefer if I didn't type shit. But it's like, I need to do what the fuck I wanna do. But like I said, figuring out what the fuck that really looked like, I don't know. I'm just coming to the realization just how different I am from everybody. Like, I'm not even gonna say majority, everybody. Like, yeah, I got people in my life that I relate to on some level, and other people on more levels than others, but like a one to one, nah, I'm one of one bars. I'm so nasty with it. You ain't never seen me and Kendrick in the same room. Let me stop. Anyway, just to circle back to the class, I feel like when I locked in, it really just started dancing for me and started looking to myself for how I want to be perceived instead of going to others, like, and waiting for them to tell me what it was. I need to decide first. And then if they agree, they agree. But it's like I feel like I've been always like waiting for other people to perceive me, and then when how they perceive me is not how I wanted to be perceived, I'm like, what? Huh? What? And it's just like, well, partly too, you try to do what you wanted to do through their lens. Well, you really don't even have their lens, so like just use yours, you know? I hope that makes sense. I've been talking for a minute now, and I don't know if you could tell, but there's still like a lot of thoughts racing through my mind because I'm still low-key thinking about that dumb shit I did today. Like, I'm trying to figure. I just want to abandon the negativity and decide that it was good. Decide that I'm good. Decide that I'm good. Decide that I'm good. I kind of mentioned this earlier, but like I said, I've been skipping around low key. But I wrote down like the pictures and the videos matched what I looked like in my head. So like during that class, the pictures and the videos I took matched how I see myself in my head, and that was like the first time that I really felt like what I have in my head match. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like very often, like I really don't like being photographed by a lot of people because I feel like people take really bad pictures of me. And as a photographer, it's just like, damn, that was the shot. Like you saw me and this is what did you said click. Like how the fuck? But it's like the spiritual part of me is like, is that what like? Is that what I'm showing to people? Is that what I feel comfortable with showing people? And I feel like it just clicked. Like that's like I'm kind of showing up like 50%, and I'm wanting the person to put the other 50% on me to like complete the picture and make the masterpiece. And it's just like they don't have that capacity, bro. Like only you can do that. And I just feel like that class really showed me just how I be showing up. It really clicked because like I said, I don't like certain people taking pictures of me. Like even because even when I was younger, like I was the same way. I only liked my father take pictures of me. I got over that kind of, maybe not really, because low key, he's the only person that still be like that can still really take a good picture of me. Like, but I'd be comfortable to show up in front of him. So some more food for thought. We just rambling here. That class, I felt the best that I felt in a very long time, and I was just dancing for 3 hours, and I felt charged. I felt electric. I felt alive, and it just really had me thinking like how I'm spending my energy and how I'm gaining my energy. Because like yeah, I did spend a lot of energy, and it was even to the point where I was paying for it the next day because my body was sore. But even the next day, I felt great. Like I felt like I got 3 times much as energy back as I spent, and I just want to be more cognizant of how I'm spending my energy. Because like I feel like I spend a lot of my energy on work, and I'm giving way more energy than I'm receiving. And that's where it kind of like infringes on my relationship with rest, because I feel like I could go to a dance class, then go to a party, then stay up all night watching movies on the phone laughing, and then still feel like, oh, I have enough energy to go to work. But say I spent that same amount of time that I spent doing those activities at work, I would be spent for like 2 days. Like if I had the next day off, I'm sleeping for 16 hours, bro. Like so it's like I'm clearly spending more energy than time would suggest, and I just really want to get my relationship with time and money just better, because like I know I don't have to be spending that much energy and that much time to make money. That's all I have to say. I really enjoyed this talk though. Like I still been. Oh, it was a cat. I'm like, what is happening outside? Anyway, I really enjoyed this conversation with y'all. I don't know why I was pressuring myself to really like deliver some like grandiose video when I just like talking to the camera. I like chopping it up with y'all, and I've been doing this, and I just gotta like decide that I'm enough, and decide that I know